The year 2026 is going to be an interesting year. Y'all not paying attention? Y'all ain't seeing the news? The dollar have lost its value. In other areas in the world, they're making it where you need ID chips in order for you to buy and sell. People's livelihood is changing. I'm telling you, y'all, it is soon, God willing, it is soon to hit the U.S. and all over the world, nationwide. Also, there are talks about something coming stronger than the C-19. And allegedly, it starts from your stomach first. Yes, that's in the news. That's in the headlines. But too many people are worried about traveling, worried about getting married, worrying about the vacation, the anniversary. And I'm not saying don't live your life and be in fear and in worry. But y'all, we got to pay attention to the spirit. You got to make sure out of everything in your life, your soul is right. Your soul is right with him, because times is not the same. Things have not gotten better since 2019 and since C-19 have came out years ago. Get your spirit right. Get your health right. Get your money and put it in places so you can take care of your family and provide right. You need to really hear the spirit of the living God guide you, but you need to not be distracted. You need to not be fearful, but you need to get hungry and thirsty for the things that are righteous so you won't perish.
So what's happening in 2026? 2026, the summer 2026 is what? One, which means new beginnings, right? So at the end of January, beginning of February, there's going to be another government shutdown. All the jobs will be absolutely, there will not be any jobs. 80% of the workforce will be replaced by artificial intelligence, right? Schools will eventually not open up next year, starting in August. There will not be any funding for schools. There will not be any funding for federal workers. That includes people who work for TSA, the government, any federal job will stop the pay. Y'all thought this shutdown was bad this year. Wait till the year of the new beginnings, right? There will be war. There will be a war that pop up. There will be FEMA camps, right? There will be, because it's already happening. People are not talking about this, but it's already happening in Memphis. They're literally there with fucking tanks, riding around in tanks, right? And the military police are pulling over regular civilians that are just driving around. So this is already happening in Memphis. We know what Memphis was in Egypt, right? It's the capital of Egypt. So of course they're going to attack Memphis first. Memphis is a very special city, right? But so they're going to militarize the police everywhere. They're going to have tanks. I already just seen some tanks where I'm at, right? I literally been seeing them bring in tanks everywhere, because I done been all around this country. And one thing I peeped on the trains, they've been moving in tanks in America since the pandemic. See, that's why they had a lot of people in the house during the pandemic. I was outside. While y'all was in the house, I was outside in nature, meditating. I was at the beach, right? I was going out to eat because it was empty and nobody was there. Because I wasn't scared of no motherfucking COVID. I damn sure ain't get no vaccine or no swab in my motherfucking mouth too. Swab on my nose either and let them tickle my brain. I think that shit did something to people too. You didn't get the vaccine, that swab they were trying to do something to your fucking brain. That shit was too long to go up, you know? That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day, right? But so what's going to happen in 23? No jobs. School systems going to shut down. Federal workers will not be getting paid for a long time. And I predict that the government will never open back up. And then that's when there will be war. Then that's when they're going to move in the federal workers. And then that's when it's going to... They're already ushering in the one world order, right? Which is the digital IDs. The digital IDs will be mandatory next year, right? The digital currency will be mandatory next year. I also predict, because it's already happening, a lot of stores are going cashless, right? So it's going to be to the point where everybody's going to be like, your money we don't want your paper dollar. We're only fucking with the crypto, the digital currency, right? And mind you not, our money hasn't been backed by anything in a long time. So of course they can just go on a computer and type in numbers, and now it's magic money. All this is a fucking illusion. That's why it's imperative for us to disconnect this from this system, right?
So apparently Christmas in 2025 was our last Christmas. Our president, Donald J. Trump, posted and said, this is going to be our last Merry Christmas. Now, he could be talking about anything, but I jumped down that rabbit hole, and he's not the only person saying it. Look at this shit.
So, I didn't think this was true. Check this out. Hey, Alexa, how many days until Christmas 2026?
There aren't any Christmas holidays in 2026.
What? And I thought maybe that was a mistake. Maybe Alexa just said that because of a calendar issue. And then I seen this video right here.
Y'all,
listen to this shit right here.
I want y'all to listen to this, okay?
Pay attention.
Alexa, how many days until Thanksgiving 2026?
Thanksgiving Day in 2026 is 334 days away, on Thursday, November 26th.
Okay.
Alexa, how many days until Christmas 2026?
There aren't any Christmas holidays in
Why is that?
2026.
So Alexa just said something she was absolutely not supposed to say. Now we heard the president say it. Then we heard AI say it. So what do they really mean? Either that was a mistake, or either they're trying to tell us something without telling us what they want to tell us. You got to remember, AI doesn't erase things by accident. If something's erased, that means somebody erased it. And as far as our president, he did something way more provocative. He told people to enjoy what may be our last Merry Christmas. And that wasn't a typo. None of this sounds like a greeting. This sounds like a warning. Pay attention.
So anything, anybody, anyone that's distracting you in 2025, before we hit 2026, December the 31st, 2025, you need to cut them off and let it go right now.
One thing I've learned about these elite scumbags is when they say things, they mean it. And when they say that by 2030 that you will own nothing and you will be happy, you probably might want to start paying attention to that. Because what they're meaning, folks, everything is going to be tokenized on blockchain, meaning you're not going to own a house in the future. Matter of fact, you're not going to own any assets in the future. You might own a piece of an asset in the future, but you will never fully own assets in the future because that is not the future that these people are creating. Your home will be tokenized. Your vehicle will be tokenized. Everything that you buy will be tokenized on the blockchain, meaning you may have 1,000 people that own your home because everybody bought into the token, meaning when you buy real estate, that property is going to have a certain amount of tokens associated with it. And you will have the ability, or all of us will have the ability, to go and buy into real estate, meaning you would buy a fraction of real estate. And then when people rent that property out, all of the investors will have voting rights and all of that. And then all the rental income will be split up between how many people have bought into that particular token. What I'm trying to say is that we have a limited window left to own businesses that have cash flow and to accumulate assets, especially digital assets. And in the future, a lot of these things are going to go away. So if you don't own a home now, you probably never will. If you don't own assets right now, folks, I'm telling you, they are building this future where no one is going to own things the way that they do today. So if you're still living in this old timeline where you're just making money, paying your taxes, you're a good little boy and girl, you believe what the media tells you, you're going to have a rude awakening very soon because they're ushering us into this new digital world very quickly. And I promise you, and I said this at the beginning of 2025, that 2025 would be weird. We definitely live in a weird world. You ain't seen nothing yet. 2026 is going to rewrite the way that we even perceive reality. The amount of robots that you're going to see coming out in 2026, taking away jobs from people, it's going to blow you away. So pay attention. I'm telling you guys, it's about to get weird.
Elon Musk says brain chips are going mainstream in 2026. Yes, actual chips implanted in human brains. Musk just announced that Neuralink plans to begin high-volume production of its brain-computer interface this year, using what he calls an almost entirely automated brain surgery. Automated brain surgery. This device is a coin-sized chip implanted under your skull, with over 1,000 electrodes reading your brain signals and sending them straight to a computer. Right now, it's marketed for people with paralysis, and some patients can already browse the internet, play video games, post online, and control devices using only their thoughts. That part sounds incredible, but here's the part that should make you uncomfortable. Neuralink's first attempt at human trials was rejected by the FDA over safety concerns. They only got approval after making changes. And even then, early implants had problems with electrodes pulling out of brain tissue. Musk says they've fixed that now. And his long-term goal? He says the point is to create a symbiosis between humans and AI, and to give people superpowers. So let's be clear. This is about putting hardware in human brains at scale, with automation, mass production, and one of the most powerful tech billionaires on Earth steering the future.
This is what they've been distracting us from. Wait for the end for solutions.
We got less than 5 years to stop them, or we'll never have another chance. They come right out and they tell us exactly what they're going to do. It's a one world government, one world cashless currency, one world central bank, one world military, social credit scores that the government can use to turn off your bank account. Vietnam just deleted 86 million bank accounts of people who refused to get their digital ID. They just deleted them. Wonder where that money went. If you're not paying attention, you probably don't know that England is putting people in prison for social media posts like memes and fucking comments. This is the trajectory that we're headed. Dude just got put in federal prison in England for saying that he didn't want his tax dollars prioritizing illegal immigrants instead of being used for the betterment of his own countrymen. Listen, if you don't start standing up and saying something like I am, this will be the end of national sovereignty. It will be the end of privately owned property. They're literally telling people in other countries that if you don't accept digital IDs, you're going to be excluded from society. That's what they're telling them. That means they won't allow you to board a train, to get on a plane, to go to work. They won't allow you to do the things that you would normally do if you don't accept their digital ID. I'm telling you that they won't allow you to pay your fucking mortgage without providing them a digital ID number. They'll take away your home for non-compliance. They'll disallow or remove your children from school. This isn't a joke. This is what's happening right now. We have less than 5 years to do something about it. If you don't recognize how serious this is, you're not paying attention. This is what they're doing. They won't allow you to register your cars. They'll turn you away from medical care. And they'll do all this while they're telling you that you're not being forced to do anything. It's your choice, right? Like it was your choice 5 years ago with the jab. Remember that? This is how they institute the new normal. This is how they end the family unit. This is how they force mandatory schmaccinations. This is how they introduce universal basic income. This is how they introduce microchipping, a global credit system. This is what they want. This is what they're building right now. And they're coming right out and they're telling you. Thousands of 5G towers, the end of private transportation, the end of private farms, businesses run by the government, travel restrictions, restricted land use. You think this is far-fetched? Take a look around and wake the fuck up. They already tested it in 2020 with the lockdowns, restrictions, fear campaigns, government-run media, and most people complied without a second thought. That was the dress rehearsal. That was the warm-up round. 2030 is their final act. But here's the thing. It was all supposed to go down in 2015, but they missed their deadline, so they pushed it back to 2020, and they missed that too. And what does that tell you? See, it tells me that we're much more fierce of an opponent than they ever realized. They didn't account for level-headed, logical thinking, like-minded brothers like us to dig our heels in and say, fuck you, but it's not good enough. And their efforts will only get more aggressive, more pronounced, and more relentlessly egregious towards dissenters. And here's the truth. If we don't fight back now, if we don't raise our voices, if we don't refuse to comply, if we don't build strength and unity in our own communities, then when the curtain drops, it's over. We won't get another chance. This is bigger than politics. This is about freedom. This is about sovereignty. This is about whether your kid and your grandkids get to live free or as digital slaves in a system that is designed to own them.
I don't know why everybody keeps saying they're ready when they know they're not ready. So like I said, if America was to get invaded right now, all them houses over there is unaware that I'm standing right here. And I ain't got nothing but a machete. And I'm pretty sure I can get a lot of people over there. Gone. And that's just little old me. Imagine motherfucking Chinese motherfucker, terrorist motherfucker, Taliban. They got them choppers, grenades, rocket launchers. That whole neighborhood over there could get wiped out with one shot. They unaware that I'm right here. Even if some shit get blowed up over there, where the fuck you gonna run at? To the woods? Where we at? Where the motherfucking people will be at? Y'all gonna run right into the trap and get fucking slaughtered. I'm tired of hearing I got my Glock. I got my Glock. I got that. Nigga can't even run 0.2 miles. Niggas can't even sprint. When the last time y'all niggas ran up a flight of stairs and not get tired? Let alone run all the way from the fuck over there to the woods just to get slaughtered. It ain't just the houses. Look at the motherfucking businesses. It ain't nothing but a bunch of businesses. Nobody is aware that I'm right here right now. So imagine you got a bunch of motherfuckers that's ready to cause harm to motherfucking Americans because America is at war with multiple countries right now. And they ass in the fucking woods. You don't know shit. Your ass on the way to the store to buy some motherfucking groceries. On the way to the bank. Finna take your kids to the motherfucking park to pick them up from school. Y'all ain't prepared. Y'all not riding around with no motherfucking choppers and Glocks and rocket launchers and grenades, bulletproof vests. Y'all damn sure don't got no motherfucking survival skills. Not one person over there glanced over here and be like, damn, I wonder if a motherfucker in the woods. Imagine a nigga got a rocket launcher or some shit. All that whole strip, all these cars riding by, everything will be in motherfucking ruins. And it won't be shit that you can do about it. So please, stop commenting like you motherfucking John Wicks. All I'm just saying is practice. Train a little bit. Read up on some survival skills if you ever get lost in any type of capacity. Learn how to use a fucking compass. Get some slight tools. Any motherfucking thing. Shit, learn how to swing, knock down a tree, cut down some branches. Learn how to tie a fucking knot. Just learn how to do essential survival skills. Stop taking everything to heart. Because when it comes down to it, the elderly is gonna be dying. The kids is gonna be dying. The people with the best survival skills in the world, a lot of them gonna be dying, but they got a better chance of surviving the shit ever fucking went left. Or we turned into a fucking third world. That's all I'm saying. Stay safe, stay vigilant.
Get your fucking head out of the sand. Get your fucking head out of the sand. I just had a fucking meeting with some of my coworkers, and some people are talking about I haven't even been paying attention to the internet and all this. Hey, it's at your fucking doorstep. Get your head out of the fucking sand, please. This shit is going to come to you. All of you people, I don't pay attention to politics and all. Yo! It's fucking happening, bro. Nothing you can do about it. You cannot just fucking close your eyes and wander the world in darkness. All of y'all have to fucking pay attention to what's going on. We're not gonna be able to get out of this shit in a couple of years. You motherfuckers, don't y'all understand? We're running out of time.